We're gonna pop a squat.
Alrighty. If you guys all want to wave at the camera so you can see the five of you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So, this is a demonstrational speech about pole vaulting and what a good practice and good drills look like and what they are. So, I chose some of you guys because I know some of you guys are pole vaulters, and I just thought it would be a good speech to, show to you guys. So pole vaulting combines technique, strength, courage, and is very demanding both physically and mentally. Today we'll explore the best pole vaulting drills and how to structure a solid practice session, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned vaulter. Now let's dive into some of the best pole vaulting drills and what a good practice session looks like. So I broke this down into 3 different sections, kind of depending on going from like what you do first in practice to last, and on your level. Obviously, all these things would vary depending on if you're a beginner or expert. So the first thing you want to do is warming up and physical preparation. So this would include like warm-ups, like dynamic stretches like A skips and B skips, some light jogging, and some mobility exercises. Like I always like to do some shoulder exercises because with pole vaulting you're always getting yanked back and your shoulders are getting like wrenched on. So I like to do some of those. I don't like to stretch my legs before because that kind of tends to just tighten them up. I just like to do some A skips or B skips. So the next thing is basic drills for technique. So to check I'll show you to check your hand grip, this is like the first thing you'll do usually. So Brayden, if you want to come up here, I'll have you demonstrate so I can hold this. So I got some of this information from Brian Mack, sports coach. But to check your hand grip, you want to hold it right above your head. Get that, and then you pop it out. Yeah, and then you grab at he's showing all. You grab at your shoulder, and then you bring it up over your head, and then you can go there, and this is your bottom hand grip. That's how you find that. And so that's something you kind of learn right at the beginning. Something you learn at the start of pole vaulting. But then that would be your starting grip for your run-throughs and some stay-downs, kind of to start your practice session off. And as you progress, you just move a hand grip up, and then you just move up accordingly. So the next thing that I like to do while doing some basic drills is pole runs. So this stimulates the vault approach by focusing on grip, running mechanics, and pole placement. And you can start this with walking drills if you're new to it and progress to sprinting. So if you want to do just like running with the pole once. Oh wait, yeah. Or you don't have to run, just walk with it. His hammy kind of hurts. But yeah, you just run with it, and then you would plant. And that's just something you can do to work on just an approach and stuff. But yeah, we won't do too much with that. Then plants and takeoff drills. So this focuses on timing for planting the pole and driving the knee to generate upward momentum. So usually you do this with we're inside because it's really windy, but usually you do this with a pole vault pit, and you just kind of, you run or jog, and you kind of chicken out at the last moment, but it's just to get your steps and just a little practice before you actually vault. And then the last basic drill I would say is very good is the slide box drill. And it's basically this little like wooden box with an outline of what a box looks like that you plant your pole in. And you just work on pushing it forward and running through the pole, and it just simulates a vault pretty much. Our next section is intermediate drills for technique. So swing up drill. This is where now we're actually pole vaulting, and you're swinging your legs up, trying to get upside down. You're just landing on your back or your shoulders. You're not really vaulting at this point, going over a bar. You're just trying to swing your legs up. This works on your core, your upper arms a lot. This helps with overall strength and technique. The next is the bub cut drill, named after one of the most famous pole vaulters. And this is performed just on a pole bar. You can do it in the gym and stuff. And it's just kind of the same thing, working on getting your It's like if you ever done a ab L sit thing. It's like that, but you try and bring your hips and legs up above the bar. It's kind of hard to explain, but for those of you guys that have done it, you know what I'm talking about. And then stay downs. There's 4 different types of stay downs. This is stay down is where you're simulating. It's like from a 3-step. Usually you run from a 5 or 6-step, and the first one you land on your butt, and then your side, or first one you land on your feet, and then your butt, and then your side, and then your stomach, and it's just slowly working on like progressing to an actual vault, which is where you want to go over your stomach and now your back. So now our final section, section 4, advanced drills for experienced vaulters, and this could be, obviously beginners can do this too. It's just going to be, everything's going to be a little less or accustomed to their skill level. So full approach vaults, you can progress to full approach vaults to build confidence and practice timing. So you want to make sure you're confident while you're doing this because it can be dangerous if you're not. But you want to make sure your steps down and just a good idea of what you're doing. Otherwise, it can be a little dangerous and scary. And usually in a practice session, you might do 5, you might do 10 or 15. It really depends. Next is mid-marking drill. This is just a drill to mark where your feet go, and somebody will watch you and see where your step is. And this is just to make sure everything's lined up nice, so you aren't. It's not dangerous while you're vaulting. And finally, our double arm swing drill. This refines the swing phase transition and enhances timing and arm mechanics. So this is just really, it's like vaulting again, you just really focus on swinging your arms through and getting up. So the last thing we're going to be looking at is my perfect practice, or what I think a good practice would look like. So obviously what your practice looks like varies on your skill level, but the warm-up, maybe between 10 to 15 minutes, you do dynamic stretches, A and B skips, then a light jog, and mobility exercises with your shoulders. Then some pole carry and approach drills, also like 10 to 15 minutes. Just some pole runs, running with the pole, getting used to it. Stride work and run-throughs, working on building up your speed, marking your spot and adjusting accordingly. Plants and takeoff drills, doing like some stay downs like we talked about, just not going from a 3-step. And then sliding box drill if you want. Sometimes it's better to do that before everything or after. And then swing and inversion drills and vaults. Sometimes I kind of like to switch these sometimes for like maybe doing a vault and then doing some bubkas or some swing drills and then doing a full vault and just going back and forth with those. Or when one person's vaulting, other person's doing bubkas. Yeah, and then a lot of abs are very important in pole vault, so like to end with an ab workout and then a cool down, like a jog or a stretch. So in conclusion, a good practice session combines these drills in a thought-out plan. Begin with warm-ups and basic drills to perfect the fundamentals before advancing to more technical drills. Practice patience, maintain focus, and gradually increase the difficulty. Remember, repetition and consistency are key in this sport. With the right drills and a structured practice session, you'll find yourself soaring to new heights in your pole vaulting journey.